So we are on video number 9. We are on video number 9, Power of the BI Live. So, of course, you already know what we are doing here. We are building out a full Power BI report, a full crypto. Well, we're building out a full Power BI report using cryptocurrency as the data source. We're building out a full Power BI report using crypto as a data source. We're on video number 9, and the reason why the reason why I say we're on video number 9 is because we're building out. We're doing this in a 16 video series. What I am doing is I'm teaching you Power BI Live. I'm teaching you how to create a Power BI report live. Now, here's the deal already. You can go over to YouTube if you want to follow along. You can go over to YouTube, follow along. We're actually going live, where you're actually following along with me on the report on YouTube. But we are building out a full Power BI report. And basically, using this 16 video series, I am going to use this actual report, this actual Power BI report that we're creating. We're going to use this. We're going to actually create this actual Power BI report in my upcoming 2-day event, Power of the BI Live. But what I really wanted to do was I wanted to introduce Power BI so that you would be able to introduce this particular report so that you would be able to let me know what are some of the kinks, some of the things we may need to change, some of the things we may need to add as we are building out this report. You know, if it seems too complicated, let me know. If it seems too simple, let me know. The one thing I'm trying not to do is make it too complicated. The report, the visuals that we're using are actually visualizations that are actually, found in 5th and 6th grade math books, right? Line charts, column charts, pie charts. I think they even use tree maps in some 5th, 6th grade math books. I think I've seen one math book that did have a tree map, but it's just that simple. If you can complete a 5th and or 6th grade math problem using pie charts, line charts, column charts, bar charts, just spreadsheets, this is what we're doing, right? So before we get too deep into this, what I want to do is just give you a little update on what Power of the BI Live Dallas is. I'm holding a 2-day live event, Power of the BI Live in Dallas, May 1st and 2nd. It's going to be 8 hours a day, eight hours a day on May 1st and 8 hours a day on May 2nd with nothing but Power BI, 16 hours of nothing but Power BI. At the end of each day, we're going to have a nice little social event. It's going to be a nice little social event, but I don't want to go too deep into that because then you just want to come for the social event or social events. But what you're going to get out of Power BI Live is you're going to learn how to build a Power BI report. And the goal is for you to walk away with at least 3 Power BI reports in your portfolio so that you can feel comfortable interviewing for a Power BI job like pretty quick and showing off your portfolio. So with that said, if you're interested in participating in Power BI Live, I would say do 2 things. One, go over to the Omni Hotels website, Omni Hotel Dallas. There's a couple of Omni Hotels in Dallas if you want to stay at the Omni. But that is where we're going to be hosting or holding the event at. And make your reservations ASAP because there are other events that are going on as well. In addition to, go over to my website. Go over to my website and go powerofthebi.com. Again, it's powerofthebi.com. Go over to my website, powerofthebi.com. My mind just slipped me right there. That's the problem with going live. And go up to courses and then go to Power of the BI Live Dallas. There is an early bird discount that is going on for the next couple of weeks. But outside of that, let's get busy, baby. Let's get busy. Let's move into what we are here for and get started here on our Power BI report. And for some reason, it is not letting me because I don't have one other plug in my computer. So it's not letting me get that over. But now we are gravy, baby. I can just slide this over here and we are going to, let me just jump on the screen. So as I said before, this is video number 9. So if you missed the last 8 videos, I'm gonna breeze through those joints like pretty quick. I'm gonna breeze through those, and then we are going to add the 9th visual. So the goal is to add 1 visual per video. And then I want to talk you through adding that visual. I don't want to overcomplicate this thing, so I've been going, fairly slow, over the last 8 videos. I'm going to keep this pace for the next 8 videos, or the next 7 videos now, given that we're on video number 9 and we're on a 16 video series. Now, eventually, so what we're doing first is we're just adding the visuals to the report. We're adding the visuals, keeping this thing real simple. We're adding the visuals. Before we're done, this is going to be a full-scale Power BI report. You do not want to miss finishing up and seeing the final product. This is going to be a cryptocurrency report where you're going to be able to analyze cryptocurrency. And real quick, I just got into crypto. So if this thing, if you find that this video is helpful for you, if you find that this report is good for you, you can let me know by just sending me a small donation via cryptocurrency. No US dollars. I don't want any US dollars. But just send me a small Bitcoin donation, and you can find my Bitcoin QR code on the YouTube thumbnail. If you find it interesting. If you don't find it interesting, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? But this is going to be a very beneficial report for those that are in the Bitcoin and other cryptos community. So we have already gone through several of the, I think we've gone through all of them. I'm not sure. Let's double check. Let's see here. And what I'm talking about, let me just move over just a little bit. So we've gone through the first row. I've gone through the first row of all the different visuals. On the first row, just giving you a highlight of what they are. We've gone through the second row of visuals. Just giving you a highlight of what they are. We have gone through the third row of visuals and highlighting what they are. We've done the fourth row of visuals and we have highlighted what they are. We have gone through the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth row. 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth row of visuals and highlighting what they are, as well as we have gone through the sixth row of visuals, highlighting what they are. We're now on the seventh row, and just real quick, what I'm going to do is go over to my page 2, and I am going to delete the visuals that we brought in. These are the visuals that we discussed in the last video. I'm just going to delete these bad boys so that we can look at the visuals on the last row. Now, one thing to remember, again, when we look over here at the visuals that we've already brought in, these visuals already have data. That's why we can see the different colors within them. But if there's no visuals in the data, there's just going to be grayscale, except for with the table visual that we have here. Remember that the table visual, it did not have any color, because that is the grayscale is the standard color for the grayscale, for the table visual, but we are going to add some color to it as we finish building out this report. Now, we look over here, we have a Power Apps for Power BI, which allows us to use Power Apps in Power BI. And just like with the R, the Python, the narrative, well, just the R, the Python, and I think it was another visual. We have to do some other back end stuff. Now, I'll be totally honest with you, you don't necessarily need to know Power Apps. If you know Power Apps, this is something that you are able to utilize as an additional tool for your Power BI reports. But if you don't know Power Apps, that's okay. Okay, to be honest, I barely know Power Apps, and I've never used Power Apps in a Power BI report. Here we have the ArcGIS for Power BI. And again, I am going to click out because I was highlighting here. And if this visual is highlighted and I select another visual, it's going to replace that visual. So I'm going to click in the white space and I'm going to select the ArcGIS, which we see here. It's another map visual. I'm not going to say just like, but in addition to the previous map visuals that we had on the 1, 2, 3, 4th row, we had most of our map visuals here, but we have another map visual that we can also add, which is the ArcGIS visual. And there's not like I can make this any smaller. I was trying to get a little space for myself. Let's see what we can do here. We just work around it. We're not adding these visuals. I'm only showing you these particular visuals on this row just because I wanted to give you some idea what the different visuals are. Then here we have the filter with the lightning bolt, and I am not able. I'm gonna go down and remove this GIS visual because we can't do anything with it. We're not able to do anything with that visual being highlighted. So I'm gonna select the button slicer. I kind of like the button slicer. I've only used it a couple of times, but I do kind of like the button slicer. We may use the button slicer in this report because I do like the button slicer. Just to give you some idea, when you see the lightning bolt through a visual, that means that it's the new version of that visual that Microsoft has placed. I've seen a lot of these visuals over the past few years with the lightning bolt, and then they take the lightning bolt off because then it becomes a standard visual for Power BI. We have another visual here that is that has the lightning bolt. It's actually become the new visual. It's I guess I haven't updated my Power BI report. My Power BI, because this visual now is the standard visual. This visual that's on the 5th row, the card visual, it actually replaced the card visual. I like the original card visual, and I really don't like the new card visual. Personal preference, just me, but that is what it is. Then we have the paginated report. And on the paginated report, basically it gives us another Power BI, it gives us another reporting feel. I'm not going to go too much deeper into that, but it's not just a standard visual. It's pretty much a whole nother reporting feel. And then we have the goal, and I'm going to select the goal. And again, when we get information, rather than anytime we bring in a visual and it doesn't give us a standard gray and white scale, and it's giving us additional information here, that just means it's some other stuff that's got to be done on the back end in order to make that report work. But with that said, those are the visuals on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 7th row. Those are the visuals on the 7th row. Those are all the standard visuals. We'll be talking custom visuals, in the next video. But we've gone through all 7 rows of the standard Microsoft Power BI visuals. Now, I am going to go back over to page 1. And just real quick, we are going to just breeze through. Let me move myself again. We're going to breeze through the different visuals that we brought in before. So this visual, again, is the line visual. What I will say is, again, if you weren't with us in the past 8 videos, or one of the past 8 videos, or several of the past 8 videos, just go back and watch those videos. I'm dropping those joints every week. I'm dropping them once a week. So you can go back and you can watch those original videos as I dropped them. And you can understand where we got the data from, the actual data source, and get the data set. You can get the information on how to download Power BI to your desktop for free, Power BI desktop for free. It's all in the previous video. And you say, well, why are you giving all this information away for free if you're having a class on it? One, because this is not going to be the entire class. We're going to start there. Two, I just want to show you or provide some information on the report. We'll give you a report so that I can get some feedback from you so that you can let me know, hey, this is a little too complicated. Hey, this is a little too easy. Maybe you can add this, or what about that? Or how do I get to this? So, really we're having a class before the class. So that's why I'm giving you the information, right? So, just chill, man. It's all good. Anyway, so the first visual that we did, I don't know, I don't even remember the order of the visuals, so I'm not gonna say the first. One of the visuals that we added to the report was the line chart, and on the line chart we have the 1 hour the 1 hour percent change and the 24-hour percent change of, I think we've got 600. I think it's 600 cryptocurrencies that we have on here, and of course the one here on the column chart, the long one is the Bitcoin, and then we've got all the others. I'm not going to go through all the different cryptos that's on here, but of course Bitcoin sticks out because the value is so high. So this particular chart here is the column chart, and on the column chart we are analyzing the cost, the price of the crypto, and we're analyzing the which crypto. We're analyzing the crypto and its price. Then excuse me, I need some water. Got no water around here. Need some water. The next visual that we are analyzing is the table visual. And of course, as I said before, the table visual is nothing more than a spreadsheet. The next visual that we have here is the funnel chart. And let me back up. On the table visual, we pretty much have all the information about all of the cryptos, all the information that we have. We've entered it on the table visual, which is simply a spreadsheet. I'll call it a table visual because that's what it is. Then we have the funnel chart, and on the funnel chart, we are just analyzing how the cryptos, let's see, the 24-hour percent change by crypto. And basically a funnel either comes down at a V or it goes up at a V. And then we have the pie chart. Everyone knows what a pie chart is. And on the pie chart, we are analyzing the price by price tier. We're analyzing by price tiers, which is from different price ranges. Then the next visual we have over here is the bar chart. And by the bar chart, we're analyzing the 1 hour percent change by name. The 1 hour percent change by name. And then we have a 24-hour bucket, which basically, again, we have price tiers, but the price tiers here are by 24 hours. Then the next visual we have up top is the actual cryptocurrencies themselves, and this is called a slicer. This is actually a list slicer. As we build out this Power BI report, it's going to be a drop-down slicer. And what we're going to do is we're going to make it to where you can make a selection, then it'll drop down, and you'll be able to pick which crypto you want to see. And basically, the fun thing about, the interesting thing or the dynamic thing about Power BI is that it is dynamic. So when you make a selection in any of the visuals can be, they can interact with the other visuals. So when you select different names, it'll go to those names. If we unselect, then we'll come back, we'll get the entire deal. We double click and we see the original versions. I'm not going to go through all of that right now. Right now, it's all about creating the Power BI report itself. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are 8 visuals that we have brought into the Power BI report. Now, I'm just going to move myself around just a little bit more so that I can see. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add visual number 9. We're going to add visual number 9. And in visual number 9 is going to simply be a card. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8, 9, yeah. So it's simply going to be a card visual. So we're just going to select, and I'm just here. All I'm saying is when we're creating a visual in Power BI, we're just selecting one of these visuals over here, and I'm going to click on the white space and make sure I don't have anything highlighted. And I am going to select the card visual, and I'm just going to bring it over just a little bit, just to get a little spacing. I'm going to select the card visual, and what we are going to put in the card visual, we're going to put in the volatility score. It's going to be the volatility score. So actually it's the average volatility score. It's the average volatility score. And basically what volatility means is, of course, crypto is very volatile. So, we want to know, how volatile is this? And basically if we select AB, is that the crypto call? And it'll tell us, well, that volatility will be blank. Let's see. So basically what we have is right now we've got the average volatility score. So it's not selecting off of, it's not showing us the actual score for this particular, crypto. But what we will do is we will remove this from being blank as we build out our Power BI report. As we go through, it won't be blank anymore, and we'll see what the actual volatility score is for each one of the crypto. But here it's showing that it is 3.51, which is the average, 3.51%, which is the average volatility score of all the crypto that we have. So really, that's really not too volatile, but I guess crypto, given the current state of affairs that's going on in the world right now, crypto probably is not moving so much. But and we'll also be able to look at, we'll use the volatility score to see who has a high volatility score and who has a low volatility score. But at the end of the day, all I wanted to show you was in order to bring in a new visual into a Power BI report, all we had to do was select the card, and then we selected what's called a measure, and we brought that into the card, and we saw what that measure was for the volatility score, and basically it was just a drag and drop. Now, I don't want to make it seem like I don't want to oversimplify this thing, because there are some nuances to Power BI, but just understand that coming into Power BI Live, you are going to be learning from Muwa. I'm not going to tell you that I'm the master of Power BI. I'm just going to tell you that, go figure, right? Anyway, so with that said, again, what I want to remind you of is Power of the BI Live is coming up in Dallas on May 1st and 2nd. Power of the BI Live is coming up on May 1st and 2nd. Go over to my website and you can register now. The early bird is going on. My website is powerofthebi.com. Again, powerofthebi.com. Go up to courses, select Power of the BI Live. And again, the early bird is going on for the next couple of weeks. Also, don't forget, if you're serious, you should at least go over to the Omni Hotel Dallas. Again, there are a couple of Omni hotels in Dallas, but the Omni Hotel downtown Dallas, and make your reservation, because there are other events that will be going on as well. With that said, thank you for joining in, and I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.